And greetings, words of the lost. This is the land of the lost, and I swear to you, this is the rise of the lost. Court check-in, trial date part 3. Literally nothing happened. Oh, let me rephrase it. My lawyer jumped ship. Why did my lawyer jump ship? What do you mean, kid? Your lawyer jumped ship? That's your lawyer.
After an hour and a half.
After an hour and a half of waiting. After an hour and a half of a private meeting with the opposing party, including my lawyer who's supposed to be working for me. Let's go over this. This is very simple mathematics. Mary McCray, who was my assigned 18B public attorney, and again, I'm allowed to legally speak her name because this is public record that she did represent me in this case. She asked to remove herself from the case last court date, which was June 2nd, and that at 2:25 p.m. before we went into court, before we went in, and she said, I want to be off the case, she had a temper tantrum because I actually did all the work for her. I brought all the evidence. I brought statements. I literally even showed where the opposing party lied in the application for the order of protection, where the opposing party lied in court, where the opposing party lied in their initial application packet. Even to the point that I didn't need witnesses. She counteracted her own statements. And then I have her own text messages, again, the opposing party, where they admitted week before they even did what they were going to do, showing that it was premeditated and falsified. So again, this falls under falsified statements. This is a mandated reporter, mandated by law, to report any suspected abuse who was manipulating the system to the best of their ability. Now back to Ms. McCray, my lawyer. She had a temper tantrum at 2:25 p.m. June 2nd because I did the work for her, brought all the evidence. And because I said to her, are you telling me that you're not willing to fight? I basically was just trying to gauge what's going on, because for a trial, you should have things prepared. Your line of attack, your line of defense, you go over certain questions, period. Now, anyone that understands the basis of trial, if a lawyer really is working for you and with you, they will go over this stuff with you so that you're not blindsided. But you want to know what my lawyer did 5 minutes before we got called in? She looked me in the eyes and told me I would never get my sons. I'd never win in court, even though everything against me is a lie. Wow, great confidence booster there. Love you, girl. And then I didn't fire her at that moment, even though she said, you should probably get another lawyer. She stood up and threw my evidence at me.
On camera.
On camera. So this is why I'm very confident saying what I'm saying, because technically, I'm pretty sure y'all got to keep them cameras for at least 30 days to film, something like that. So it's like, what are we really doing here? But cool, she's off the case. Now I'm going to get another 18B. Funny thing is, I already said I want to self-represent. I don't need a lawyer if they're going to work against me. I'll do the research. I'll figure out how to put in the paperwork myself. And I have no problem articulating, as all of you very well know. So it's so scary that I tried to exercise my right verbally and said I want to self-represent, because now what they're trying to do is push the next trial date till July 30th. Still extending the amount of time that's gone by where I haven't seen my children. Still extending the amount of time that my children might potentially be in harm's way, based on the fact that no one's doing any true investigation on the fact that she's put in false statements, false allegations, and has proven herself to be mentally and emotionally unstable. But the system, my friends, is broken. So yes, everyone can always find ways to personalize things that happen. But what I've done, like I want the rest of you to do, who say, nah, kid, it's not really like that, is go do the research. I want you to go do the research on your own and see how many cases men have basically bowed out because they were destroyed financially, they were destroyed through false statements, the court system did nothing to protect them in any way, shape, or form. The court system did everything in its power to let the fathers know that they are second-class parents and their rights do not equate the way a mother's do. So, yeah, of course I'm personally hurt, because I haven't seen my sons in months. And for everyone that personally knows me, who used to visit me or talk with me, you know where I was. I sat at home for the first 14 months of my son's life, working as a waiter, because their mother's a teacher. I sat at home to make sure the family could do what they need to do, because it only made sense, it's who's making the most money. But as soon as we broke up, all of a sudden, and even not even as soon as we broke up, as soon as I decided I could move on, I gave myself permission to move on in life, all of a sudden I was the enemy again. Now again, I got custody last year, July. The boys were with me. Nothing occurred. More false statements were put in November 8th. October 31st, I got the text message saying that more false statements were going to be put in. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but at the end of the day, until more people know how the system really works from the inside view, as opposed to just externally viewing it, I'm not gonna stop. I promise you, I have the energy, I have the mindset, I have the will, and there's one thing that I almost lost, but y'all really can't take from me. Hope. I thrive off of it. I'll survive off of it. And I'll make sure I do my due diligence so that all the rest of you who have lost hope can regain at least the glimmer. Because I know what it's like when there is none. Words of the lost, this is the rise of the lost in the land of the lost. Protect your energy at all costs, people. This is a new day and age, and the universe is speaking to all of us. Stop ignoring it.